All right, guys, in this video, we got a 34 card PSA reveal. Came back today. I sent these off on 13 February, and I just got them back today. So we'll go over each card, show the grade. And then after that's done, we'll go over, if you guys are interested, we'll go over what I paid for each card. I'll break down the grading fees, the shipping, and all that stuff. And I'll also show you the comps now and the comps at the time I submitted the card to kind of get my thought process and why I thought it would be a good card to grade. And then we'll see if I made any profit. And then you'll also discover that I bought almost all of these cards off eBay, just looking at the pictures of the cards and setting them off to see if they'd be worth grading. All right, Skarmory first up, PSA 9. All right, next up, Snorlax 151 promo, PSA 9. King Gambit, an 8. We're not off to a great start. All right, here we go. 151 Snorlax, another 9. All right, Latias, Crown Zenith, a 7. Lucario, V-Star, a 9. Come on, man. King Gambit, another 9. All right, we're going to get a 10 here, I think, eventually. Iono, a 9. King Gambit, a 9. Not a great theme here. Come on now. Another 9. All right, PSA, what are we doing here? All right, here we go. Shrouded Fable, a 9. Promo there. All right, here's another promo. All right, we got a 10. Our first 10. Not the most expensive card. All right, here's another one. Another 10. All right, come on. We'll take it. All right, King Gambit, finally a 10. All right, let's turn it around. Let's turn it around. All right, Prismatic Eevee promo, 10. Beautiful. All right, Cassiopeia? No idea. 10. Let's go, baby. Snorlax 151. Oh my gosh, dude. I was really hoping for 10s on these Snorlax promos. All right, here we go. Another 10. All right, let's go. Snorlax again. 9 again. All right, Caldeo, a 10. I love the yellow border cards from Crown Zenith. Beautiful card. All right, Latias, a 9. Man. All right, King Gambit, another 9. Our 9 pile's getting a little too big. All right, go. Here's a PC exclusive, a 9. Another Snorlax, another 9. Snorlax killing me. Wake up, bro. All right, Secret Art, Jamie's Secret Art, or Janine, excuse me, a 10. All right, here we go. King Gambit again, a 9. Got a lot of 9s. All right, Cleffa, come on, dude. A 10. God, I love this card. Beautiful card. Oh, should stack those up better. All right, here we go. King Gambit again, a 9. Dang, dude. Come on, man. All right, Pheasant Deputy, a 10. I like it. Pikachu at a 151. Oh man, an 8. Yeah, I guess the centering is a little off top to bottom, but all right, an 8. All right, Caldeo, a 9. A 10, another one. This is a Pokemon Center exclusive. A little bit better. Chansey, a 9. Man. All right, come on now. A 10. All right, that card's sick. Okay, so now let's go over what I paid for the card, the comps at the time that I bought it, and then why I submitted it off, and then what are the comps now. Let's start with the Keldeo. This is from Crown Zenith. You can see I paid $5 for both. I put the cost over here in this cost to get column. Cost me $16.99 plus shipping to grade. I'll go over all the cost, the overall cost at the end. the current comps on these cards, PSA 9 is about 20 bucks, and the PSA 10 is about 85 bucks. Um, so overall, not horrible. Obviously, the PSA 9s are gonna eat into your profits. So 63 bucks profit. This is before fees, and I'll go over fees like eBay fees, website fees at the end. So about 63 bucks profit gross. So you can see I spent about $5. This was back in February, right? At the end of January, February. So the PSA 10, the time that I submitted it was going for about 75 bucks. And you can see I spent five, I spent 20 to grade it. That's a pretty good profit, almost 3 extra money. So that's why I decided to send these off. And you can see it actually got all the way up to about 100 bucks, and then it just kind of went back down, right? So just keep in mind this is a few days behind also, and they have not the best tracking exactly what the comps are. This is just a general idea. For eBay comps, I would recommend just going to eBay, go to sold. You have a lot better representation of what other people are going to use. I'm doing this for simplification for the video. You guys do whatever's best for you. All right, next up we got the Latias Crown Zenith. All right, so let's go over here. You see I paid 10 bucks. I paid 8 bucks. And then we'll see, I put that over here in the columns, right? 10 bucks, 8 bucks, same for grading. The current comps, yeah, I didn't do so good. So I got a 7 on this one and a 9 on this one. So we're looking at negative 17 bucks and plus 4 bucks. Now after all the fees, I'm gonna end up losing on both these cards. So not the best deal there. All right, next up, the Lucario V-Star. So I spent $6.24 and I spent $5.50. Right, so after the grading, the current comp for a PSA 10 is right around 65 bucks. Right, so we are right here, 65 bucks. I'll try to highlight these as we go so you guys can see. So at 65 bucks, so pretty good profit there. And again, the cost was so low, you know, you pretty much triple your money again or double your money. Now, would I do it again at this, doing eBay, straight to eBay like this again? I don't know. We'll go over that at the end, I guess. All right, so the next one was the PSA 9. It's worth about 20 bucks. I'm losing money on that one for sure. All right, King Gambit. This is the promo 220 promo. Oh, not a promo. I'm sorry. This is a full art, and you can see I spent 10 bucks, 5 bucks, 5 bucks. So let's go back over these real quick. These are all right here. Highlight those for you. I didn't do so well on those either. So I got a 9, a 9, and an 8. Yeah, so they're worth about 20 bucks now. And then the PSA is worth about 10 bucks. Now, when I submitted these cards, you know, it was going for about 80 bucks. It's pretty much where I had it. And I would have done pretty well if I'd have got a 10. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. All right, next up we got Skarmory. I spent $19.14. We are right here on the list here. It came back at PSA 9. It's worth about 15 bucks. So I lost pretty big on that one. Still a beautiful card. So you can see back when I submitted it, it was about 165 for a PSA 10. I paid 20 bucks for it, spent 20 to grade it. I thought, home run, let's do it. And I would definitely do this one again. This one was definitely, it's coming down a lot in the price. But at the time, it's a beautiful card and more than 4 extra money. I mean, it just made perfect sense. Had I gotten a 10, obviously. All right, next up, Pikachu 151. I spent 40 bucks on this card. Again, the grading fees, and right now it's worth about 35 bucks because I got an 8. So, yeah. What are you gonna do? I lost money on this one. We'll live to fight another day. Again, I got these off eBay. So I was definitely taking some risk. All right, Chansey. Let's see, where is Chansey? Chansey came back at 9. I spent 25 bucks on this, so you can see right here. Grading fees, it's worth about 22 bucks right now. At the time I submitted it, the PSA 10 was going for 165. So again, I spent 20 bucks to grade it. It made perfect sense to get this done. Had I gotten a 10, I think it was definitely worth the risk. I would definitely do this one again. Black Star promo, the Eevee out of Prismatic. I spent 1075. You can see right here. And again, the grading fee, it's worth about 70 bucks right now. This has been going down quite a bit. But when I set it up to grading, you can see the tins were going for 300 bucks. And this is a regular one, not the Pokemon Center exclusive. So you can see in my mind, I'm thinking, damn, this would be awesome. But then you totally forget about the 3 months it takes for it to get back, and in that 3 months, it's all the way down to about 70 bucks. So keep this in mind when you're grading cards. This is when the product came out. This is all the hype. I feel bad for whoever spent 500 bucks. My gosh. Keep that in mind when you're grading cards or just buying raw singles. I would wait a month at least to kind of see where it's going to go. Now, if you have a chase card and it's worth more than 500 bucks, you spend the extra money to grade it and get it back in a couple days. I think you're doing pretty good. But on these kind of cards, you got to wait. This was a big loss. I mean, I'm still up, right? 40 bucks, but not where I thought I was going to be, right? The Cleffa. The Cleffa is a beautiful card. I spent 20 bucks on it. Actually, I bought two of these, 114 and 120. So this one, same thing. Comps right now was about 200 bucks on the Cleffa. And you go back to where I was grading it at February 13th, it was worth about 265. So you can see again, I spent 20 bucks to grade it. I thought I was sitting pretty good, and I still got a 10, but the price again has come down all the way to like 170. So again, I would definitely go off eBay sold comps for the current comps. Next up, we got the Pheasantipity Ultra Rare. This one these next three cards I pulled out of the packs opening it, so that's why I put $1. PSA 10's going for about 40 bucks. I pulled it. I was already submitting cards. I just submitted it. It's a pretty cool looking card. It's 40 bucks. Next one, same thing. I pulled this out of a pack. Now this one was actually doing pretty well. 167, 160, 165. Got all the way up to 275 in March. And now we're back down to 130, 140. Actually 115 if you go by this. Again, I was already opening the pack, so I figured I'd submit it off. All right, Okie dokie. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. Forgive me. Again, I pulled this out of a pack. Comps right now are going for about 85 bucks. Oh, actually a little bit higher. Yeah, cool looking card. Again, I pulled it out. I got lucky with the 10. So yeah, I was already spinning these other ones, so I just figured I'd spin it up. And it looked good, obviously. All right, King Gambit. Let's go over this real quick. So these are the promo cards that I was talking about earlier. The 130 promo cards. I bought a ton of these. I don't know why. I thought they were kind of cool looking cards. And I intended to grade kind of the 5 or 6 best ones. I submitted these 5 and I only got 110. All right, so I spent 425 average on all these. At the time I submitted them, right, you can see the prices kind of going up. And I was sitting at about 80 bucks when I submitted it. So I spent 5, spent 20 to grade it. Again, triple your money, right? And now we're all the way back down to 48. So had it be today, I definitely would not submit this for that kind of profit. You can see because I got 9s, I got wrecked. On this one. Snorlax, again, man, I bought 5 of these. I actually bought more than 5, but I averaged about $9 each, 8 or 9 bucks each, you can see. Again, the grading fees, and now they're all worth about 20 bucks. So, at the time I submitted it though, these were definitely on the rise. They're looking at about 100 bucks. So had these been 10s, I spent 5, 20 to grade it. I would have tripled my money easily. None of them got 10s, so I got wrecked on that one. All right, the Petron, I don't know how you say his name, but this is a Pokemon Center exclusive. Now, I put 62 bucks because I actually bought these from Pokemon Center and opened them myself, which is where these other Shot of Fable ones came from. I did pretty well, I thought. So one got a 10 right here. This is the Pokemon Center exclusive. You can see this one says 80 bucks, but I I've definitely seen sales recently a little over 100, 110, 115. It's a Pokemon Center exclusive, so I'm not going to list this one for 80. I'll keep it a little bit higher. I think over time the Pokemon Center exclusives will continue to go up. The regular ETB promos, I pull these out of packs. I average these out on just the hits, and I submitted 3 of them. 2 of them got 10s, so that's good. 2 of them got 10s, but it's Shroud of Fable, and this is not a great promo. I definitely would not submit these again. I definitely would not. These are going to be hard to move. And right now they're sitting at, I got them at $45. So we'll see. That's based off of eBay comps again. Make sure you guys check that out. All right, the Janine Secret Art PSA 10. Again, I pulled this out of a pack. Right now it's sitting at $35. I definitely would not submit this again. This is back in when I first kind of started in Pokemon. And I didn't really understand about trainers, about people in the U.S. not really favoring trainers as much. Yeah, had I do it again, I definitely would not submit this for grading. There's just not enough upside. So again, this one's probably be a little bit harder to move. The last one is the Iono. I got this off TCG Player for $15.95. And then you can see it's back in February. And let's see where it was at. At the time, it was on the rise again at about $115. So I spent 15, spent 20 to grade it. Easily tripped 3 extra money if you get a 10. I got a 9, so I'm going to lose money. So let's do a full screen here. Overall, kind of where I'm at. The shipping fees to and from PSA were $63 total. So I spent 53 or 51 to ship them back with insurance. I spent $12 to ship it. If I sell everything on eBay at current comps after the fees, I'd profit $325, and that's if everything sells, right? Even all these PSA 9s and 8s. I did on my own website, Pokeseller.com. After all the fees, which is about 6%, I'd be up 366. Total time investment, it took 99 days for PSA start to finish, from the time I got received until the time I got them back, which was today, 99 days. So overall, would I submit all of these cards again? No. There's definitely some cards that I mentioned I definitely would not submit. I think for me, it has to be a popular Pokemon. I would break up some. I wouldn't send the same type of card to the same grader on the same package, right? I would definitely split these up a little bit more. And 2, I have to at least 3x my money. There has to be a little bit more potential for the risk. I definitely was new at Pokemon, and it definitely showed in this submission. So that's it. I mean, I mean, overall, I'm still pretty happy. I got a lot of inventory for the website, so that's good. But I definitely learned some lessons, and I hope you guys learned from this too. To be patient. Don't submit new release stuff unless it's a big chase card, because you're gonna get wrecked. And don't buy new PSA 10s upon release, because you get wrecked as well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will do another one because I have another submission coming back tomorrow. That'll probably come out this weekend. But definitely some more lessons learned on that one. So again, thank you so much. Go buy my stuff, Pokeseller.com. Hit me up in DMs. I am buying. So yeah, cheers.